Hi, it's 19th here, long time no see. Okay, now here comes this legendary unboxing. In 2012, I wrote a book about, called it Here Be Dragons, and it was about what mythical beasts, how they could actually work if they were real. So for example, dragons breathe fire. How do they breathe fire? What will be the consequences of that for their physiology and their metabolism? And other things as well, like for example, what if common misconceptions are true, such as what if all things that we call nuts are actually botanical nuts? So for example, that would mean a palm tree was actually a tree, and that the coconuts on it are actually nuts as opposed to the kind of fruits that they really are. So that's what this book is about. Now, I've not seen this before. I've published this through CreateSpace, and it's £12.99. I'm going to put a link below which shows you where you can order it from. Here it is. Now, I've not opened this, but this is like an unboxing video, like I said, rather than just a normal please buy my book type video. So in a way, it's a review of what I think about CreateSpace. That started raining, by the way, and I'm cutting my head off. There you go. Right. Okay. Now, here we are. There it is. Here Be Dragons. Okay. Finally seen the light after 3 years because I gave up on it. Okay, now. Okay, let's have a look, see if we can find some illustrations. Now, the idea behind this, partly, is that you illustrate it yourself. The reason for this being that it is partly aimed at children. It's actually aimed at home-educated children, but seeing as everyone is home-educated, that doesn't make any difference. So the sort of illustrations I've got in it already are things like that. That's a grey. That's Zeta reticuli, which is where they come from. Got some other things as well. Got a comparison of the mythical continent of Lemuria with the shape of Corsica. But one thing I also have is large spaces, like that. Now the idea behind those is that you are supposed to illustrate the book yourself, and so you go through and you doodle on these pages and do some illustrations of your own. So you make it your own, really, rather than just letting me do it for you, or rather letting someone who's a much more talented illustrator do it for you. Now there is an illustration in here that I did myself, and I'll show you why. The one thing that's a little unfortunate about this is that the primary colours obviously come out as grayscale, which is a little unfortunate. So there you've got a nicely greyed out orange. But if you look at something that I've done myself, there's a slug in here somewhere and it looks awful. Actually, I won't show you that one. I'm showing you awful things. Okay, now the basic idea behind it is that there are 6 worlds. There's the world that we live in, which is world 0, which is the way things are actually. Then there's ancient world. Now, ancient world is the world in which mythical beasts and mythical continents exist. So there's Atlantis, dragons, griffins, and all that kind of thing, with explanations for why they exist. And all the animals that exist in this world that don't exist in ancient world are mythical in ancient world. So, for example, armadillos are a myth in ancient world, but dragons are not. And centaurs are not as well. In fact, centaurs have their own continent, Terra Australis. Hyperborea is one as well. Another world is realistic world. Now, realistic world is a world in which things that you think are true, things that people often think are true, are actually true, and things that people don't realise are not true are not true, insofar as any sort of things, any coherence is available there. So, like, for example, there's a thing about the nuts, there's a thing about aliens, there's a thing about Loch Ness Monster, which is actually probably not what people generally think is true. And also conspiracy theories tend to be true there as well. I'm not saying that conspiracy theories are not true here, I'm just saying that they are true there. So basically the world is run by reptilian humanoids, for example, and there are reptilian humanoids in the book. Apart from that, you've got the Aphrodite's Children, which is a world set in ancient world, which is the dream of an entity that lives on the ancient world version of Venus, where there is a turtle with 4 elephants on the back and a world sitting on those elephants, and animals like basilisks, cockatrices, and so forth exist. Particularly animals which have, which depend on their emissive theory of vision for their biology to work, so things that can turn you to stone by looking at you, for example. And then you've also got Westworld. Westworld is the world in which only the Western Hemisphere continents exist. So you've got the Americas, well, not the Western Hemisphere actually, only the New World continents exist. So you've got the Americas, you've got Australia, Antarctica, but you've got no Old World, so there's no Europe, no Africa, no Asia. This is a sort of counterbalance to Ancient World, where only the Old World continents exist, and the New World continents, well, they don't exist, but they're replaced by the other mythical continents that we believed in the West. And then there's Midgard. Now Midgard is a world which is like our own, except that a mass extinction occurred due to a gamma ray burst about 1,000 years ago, and by coincidence a lot of the beings living in that world, entities living in that world, are actually like the mythical beasts and animals in Nordic mythology. So for example there's Sleipnir, there's the world Ash Yggdrasil, and there is Jormungand, which is the serpent ocean. Okay, so there you go, £12.99, it's got an ISBN, it'll be on Amazon, and there you go. So, managed to overcome my own negativity, didn't I? Bye!